Hello guys, this is Shreya Agrawal and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss some important questions about the chemistry class 10 ICSE metallurgy chapter, which is the most important questions, and also it can be asked in the examination of semester 2 ICSE class 10. So I'm going to discuss about that and will going to tell the answers too, and will explain in a some detailed way so you can understand it easily. And if you ask for me in the comment box about the notes of this chapter, so I will provide you, but only if you ask, because I think if you ask, then I will provide you in the comment box, or if more students ask, then I will surely give it in the description box. So if you want the notes of this chapter, you can ask me in the comment box. And if you want the video of any other chapter important questions, you can too ask for it. So first I'm going to tell about the syllabus of the class 10 ICSE chapter 7 metallurgy. So let me just open the page. Yeah, so chapter 7, and for ICSE I think the good books is all the books are good, but Selena's science book is better than others because it contain the detailed answer. So the syllabus is only the third part, extraction of aluminium, chemical method for purifying bauxite by using NaOH, Beer's process, and electrolytic extraction, Hall's and Herold's process, structure of electrolytic cell, and whatever is given in this syllabus. So I will provide you some important questions here. The first important question which can be asked about the reasons. Give reason why cryolite is used, why phosphor is used in the process of Hall's and Herold's process, or why powdered coke is used. So cryolite is used because it reduces the temperature of the alumina from 2050 degrees Celsius to 950 degrees Celsius. And why phosphor is used? Because it acts as a solvent for the electrolytic mixture, and also it increases its conductivity because pure alumina is a bad conductor of electricity. And why powdered coke is used? Because it reduces the heat loss by radiation, and also it prevents the burning of anode. So these are some important questions which can be asked as a give reason in the question paper. Then second question can be asked about the what obtained in the Hall's process, what obtained in the cathode, or what obtained at the anode. So at cathode, of course, aluminium is obtained, which is 99.8% pure, not 100%. And at an anode, carbon dioxide, first oxygen produced and then carbon dioxide is produced. So one more important question is why anode has to be replaced periodically. So the answer is this: because anode has to be replaced periodically, because anode, the oxygen formed at the anode can be can oxidized anode. So anode has to be replaced periodically. And the second question is more, which is important, is in this topic Hall's and Herold's process. The second question which is important is how can we know if the uh, if the alumina is finished or not? So the answer is if the if we attach a one bulb to the electrolytic cell, Then the voltage of the bulb, the voltage in the cell increases as alumina is reduced and the resistance reduces. So voltage increases, which makes the bulb glow. So we can know that alumina is finished and we can add more alumina in it. And the one more question which I think is important about the reactions. Reactions you have to learn and know how to balance. And the electrolytic reduction of cryolite, phosphor, and alumina. You have to learn the formula of cryolite, phosphor, and alumina. Cryolite is Na3Al(F6), phosphor is CaF2, and alumina is Al2O3. So you have to learn the electrolytic reduction which is given in the book already, so you can refer it. The second one more important give reason question is why electrolytic reduction was chosen as a method for reducing alumina. Yes, this is quite important question as because alumina, you can say it like aluminium has a great affinity for oxygen, as whenever alumina comes in contact with the oxygen, it forms a stable compound of aluminium or aluminum oxide, so it cannot be reduced by the common reducing agent which may be carbon monoxide or carbon or hydrogen. So it cannot be reduced by any common reducing agent. So electrolytic reduction is chosen as a best method for extraction of alumina or for reducing alumina to aluminium. And the one important question is, can we ask about the purification of bauxite ore? So you have to learn the formula of bauxite, which is Al2O3.2H2O. And then you have to learn the process of Beer's process. You have to learn the whole Beer's process. I will read it here, and you can also refer your book to learn it. So I will say it now. Bauxite is first grinded. Bauxite ore we have to take first. Then we have to grind it and then heat it to remove the volatile impurities. Volatile impurities are those which form vapors. Like H2SO4 is a volatile acid, right? So volatile impurities are which forms vapors, which easily forms vapor. So if we heat the bauxite ore, so the volatile impurities like which forms easily vapors and goes through the vapors can be removed. So, and then it is heated under pressure for 2 to 8 hours with concentrated caustic soda, that is NaOH, at 140 to 150 degrees Celsius. You have to learn the equation also, which I will tell you here only. You can refer your book. Al2O3.2H2O plus NaOH, and then it forms sodium meta-aluminate NaO2 plus 2H plus H2O. You can balance the equation. So now sodium meta-aluminate is formed, and it is bauxite dissolves in sodium meta-aluminate is formed. As why it formed? Because aluminium shows its amphoteric nature. It reacts both with acid and with base. So here it is a base and aluminium reacts with it, forming sodium meta-aluminate. leaving behind some impurities like called red mud. Red mud can be consist of ferric oxide, sand, which can be removed by filtration. So now we have done the leaching process, just which the process which I told just below before was leaching process. We call it as leaching, LEACHING. It was leaching process. Now we have got sodium meta-aluminate with some insoluble impurities called red mud. So now it can be says removed by filtration. Filtration is a method we pass with the H2O. So when we pass H2O plus sodium meta-aluminate, we got NaOH and aluminum hydroxide, which is insoluble. So see, on diluting sodium meta-aluminate with water and cooling to 50 degrees Celsius, it gets hydrolyzed to give sodium aluminum hydroxide. Because we have got aluminum hydroxide as a precipitate, and all the soluble impurities dissolves in sodium hydroxide. So when we get aluminum hydroxide, now we will heat it. It is a precipitate, and when we heat it and filtered it, washed it and dried it, then we get aluminum oxide and water. So the equation I'm telling here is, and remember, we have to heat aluminum hydroxide at 1000 degrees Celsius. So NaAl2O3, sodium, which is sodium meta-aluminate, plus H2O will give NaOH and aluminum hydroxide, AlOH the whole square to the power, what I can say, AlOH3, aluminum hydroxide. You can balance the equation, you can refer your book for the equation. This was just I was telling for your information. And then when the aluminum hydroxide is which is a precipitate, is heated and dried and washed at 1000 degrees Celsius, it gives us aluminum oxide and water, which is aluminum hydroxide gives Al2O3 plus H2O. You can balance the equation, right? So this was all about the important questions and the Bayer's process and electrolytic reduction by Hall's and Herold's process. One more question which I have to discuss is, what was the difficulty faced in obtaining aluminium? We have selected electrolytic reduction, but what was the difficulty we faced in reducing for obtaining aluminium from alumina? So it was, we have used cryolite to reduce temperature from 2050 degrees Celsius to 950, right? So it was difficulty that electrolytic reduction can be done in molten state only. So aluminium melts at 2050 degrees Celsius, which is a very high temperature to obtain, and also aluminium, which we have to obtain from alumina, vaporizes. So what is the purpose now? We have to get aluminium, right? So if we have to get aluminium and will heated alumina at very high temperature, aluminium vaporizes. So our process is disrupts, right? So aluminium vaporizes, and it was not easy to collect alumina from aluminium. So aluminium from alumina. So here Hall and Herold's process came, which suggested that if we add the solution of cryolite, phosphor and alumina, we can reduce its temperature. So it is prescribed to take the solution or takes the mixture of three compounds: alumina, philosopher, and cryolite. So this was all about the chapter metallurgy, important question and also the important processes. So I hope, and one important question also, right, I just remember now, cat which is cathode and anode are made up of what? So cathode is made up of carbon lining and anode is made up of graphite rod, thick graphite rod. So this was all, guys, about today's session. We will meet in the next video, and you can suggest me a topic also. Thank you. Bye bye.